Okay, we will start today the next part of this particular our unit. Just I am the sharing. Just a minute. I am sharing the screen. It is visible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 Yesterday we have talked about the principle of this particular polarography. Today we are going to see the next part, that is nothing but a dropping mercury electrode. We have to see the question will be like that. Describe the dropping mercury electrode. What are its advantages and limitation? That will be the question. You know that is DME is nothing but the polarizable electrode, or you can call it as a micro electrode that is used in the particular DME. Okay. Please join at right time, because when you join late, I have to allow you in that particular meet. That's why the time is going on. See, the DME is used as a polarizable electrode in the DC polarography. This is the diagram that is present in your notes. You can draw this diagram also, or say this particular below diagram. You can see here this diagram you can also draw. Both are allowed. Then see this particular diagram. You can see it has three parts. First one is the capillary. Second one is nothing but that reservoir, and third one is nothing but the latex tube. For this particular capillary, you can see the mercury flows through this capillary. Here the capillary is there, and below to this the drop is there. Capillary held vertical with its tip inside this particular solution, because mercury drop at the tip of capillary grown in size and get detached and fall into the solution. It should have uniform bore size, and outer diameter of the capillary is about 0.3 to 0.5 centimeter, and inner diameter is about the 0.3 to 0.05 millimeter. Then mercury reservoir, that drop rate should be 3 to 6, that is per second, means per second. In the 1 second there should be the 3 to 6 drops should be fall in this particular that beaker, or say solution, or say experimental solution, you can say. Then mercury reservoir, this bulb, this part you can say it is as a mercury reservoir. It is a glass reservoir containing the mercury. It also contains a sealed platinum wire through which the electrode can be connected to the external circuit. Then latex rubber tubing. This is the tube which connects the mercury reservoir to the capillary. This part especially you can see it is called as a latex tube. This part, green color part, you can see in the diagram. Due to the flexibility of the latex tubing, the height of the reservoir can be adjusted and the drop time can be changed. Based on this particular latex tube, you can modify the particular. Now, height of the reservoir should be kept between the 30 to 80 centimeter. Now we will see this particular video.
Let's describe the construction and working of manual polarography. In 1922, Herosky discovered a technique with the help of which qualitative, quantitative, and even mixture can be analyzed qualitatively and quantitatively. This technique is known as polarography. In this case, electrolysis of experimental solution is done. The cathode is polarized electrode where deposition takes place, and anode is non-polarized electrode. The cathode is dropping mercury electrode or DME, and anode is large pool of mercury or reference electrode like saturated calomel electrode with large area. The manual polarography consists of reservoir containing mercury. Rubber tubing is attached with reservoir, and at the end of the rubber tubing, capillary is fixed. The drop of mercury is falling through the electrolyte. This drop of mercury acts as cathode, and the complete setup is known as dropping mercury electrode. The flask or the beaker contains the experimental solution or electrolyte. The large amount of mercury at the bottom acts as anode. Anode is connected to a variable resistance and then to positive terminal of the battery. A sensitive current recorder is connected in series and a voltmeter is connected between cathode and anode. The height of mercury reservoir is adjusted that mercury falls at a rate of 20 to 30 drops per minute. Close the circuit and keep the jockey S on X. For this position of jockey, find out the reading of voltmeter and current recorder. The jockey was moved from X to Y slowly, and for each position of jockey, take the readings of voltmeter and current meter. Now plot a graph of current versus voltage applied. The graph thus obtained is known as polarogram. From the graph, we can have qualitative as well as quantitative analysis. The graph is S-shaped curve. From the graph, half-wave potential is determined. This half-wave potential is characteristic of each ions present in solution. So, we can have qualitative analysis and we can identify the ions. And with the help of the diffusion current, we can have quantitative analysis because the diffusion current depends on concentration of the ions. D. Ilkovic performed the number of experiments on polarography. In each case, he observed the applied potential and current obtained in galvanometer. In each case, he plotted a graph of current versus applied potential, and from graph, he calculated diffusion current ID. He said if ID is known to us, we can find out the concentration of experimental solution. That is, quantitative analysis is possible. ID is given by 607 into n into d power to half, m power to 2 by 3, t power to 1 by 6 and into c, where n is the valency of metal, d is the diffusion coefficient which is a constant, m is a rate of fall of mercury in grams per second, c is the concentration of electrolyte in millimoles per dm cube, t is the average time of fall of mercury drop, and ID is diffusion current in microamps. As D depends on temperature, therefore ID depends on temperature. So, by using manual polarography, it is possible to calculate the concentration and also to identify the ions.
This is all about this particular construction of the DME and the use of the DME that we have seen. Then the next part is the advantages and limitations of this particular DME. In the advantages, the surface is the smooth, reproducible, and the electrode is continuously renewed. The very high over voltage of the hydrogen and the mercury allows the reduction of the species which otherwise would have been difficult to reduce at the other electrodes. Okay, then the third, many metals dissolve in the mercury forming an amalgam. It can be employed over the range of the plus 0.4 volt to minus 2 with reference to the saturated calomel electrode. The diffusion current attains a steady value after each change of the applied voltage. Due to the small size, also be small, then 10 raised to minus 6 ampere to 10 raised to minus 5 ampere or 1 microamp to the 10 microamp. This is the range. Then due to continuous renewal of the electrode surface, the simultaneous determination of the several metal ions is possible. Then what are the limitations? DME as an anode cannot function at more positive potential. Only those metals that form amalgam with the mercury can be determined. In presence of the strong oxidizing agent, this particular electrode does not function properly. then mercury and its vapors extremely poisonous. As this particular drop get formed and grows, the current does not remain steady but reaches from to maximum. Then next, the purification of this mercury is essential, and mercury last one is the costly one. See the
First question is, what are the advantages of dropping mercury electrode over the other electrodes? In 1922, Herovsky discovered a technique with the help of which qualitative, quantitative, and even mixtures can be analyzed qualitative and quantitatively. The technique is known as polarography. In this case, electrolysis of experimental solution is done. The cathode is polarized electrode where deposition takes place, and anode is non-polarized electrode. The cathode is dropping mercury electrode or DME, and anode is large pool of mercury or reference electrode like standard Calomel electrode with large surface area. Dropping mercury electrode consists of a reservoir containing mercury. Rubber tubing is attached with reservoir, and at the end of the rubber tubing a capillary is fixed. The drop of mercury is falling through the electrolyte. This drop of mercury acts as cathode, so the name dropping mercury electrode or DME. The flask or the beaker contains the experimental solution or electrolyte, while the mercury collected at the bottom acts as anode. The following are the main advantages of dropping mercury electrode over any other electrodes. First, the surface of the mercury is smooth. The electrode is reproducible and every time electrode is renewed. The reduction potential of hydrogen ion to form hydrogen gas 2H plus combines with 2 electrons producing hydrogen gas over the mercury is high. Therefore, hydrogen ions from the experimental solutions are not allowed to reduce on mercury, but the metal ions can be reduced on the surface of dropping mercury electrode. Third, as soon as metallic ions approach towards the cathode and are reduced over dropping mercury electrode, like metal N plus N electrons gives metal M, and then metal dissolves in mercury forming amalgam like M plus mercury giving MHG, that is amalgam, which is falling at the bottom of the container. Fourth, dropping mercury electrode is working very successfully in the potential range of 2 volt to 0.4 volt. The majority of ions having the reduction potential in this range, so they can be accurately analyzed by this method. Fifth, since the area of the electrode is small, therefore the amount of the element reduced on the surface of mercury will be small. Current produced will be small. Therefore, the change in the concentration of the electrolyte is small and negligible. As the electrode is renewed every time, therefore, number of metallic ions can be reduced from the given mixture. Therefore, mixture of metallic ions can also be analyzed. The dropping mercury electrode can be used for basic solutions if the hydrogen ion concentration is greater than 0.1 and its reduction potential is beyond 1.4 volt. So that was all about dropping mercury electrode.
this is all about your dropping mercury electrode that we have seen. Any doubt, any problem you have, you can ask. Anybody is having any problem? Please reply.